Hello and welcome to Racers Now for the Thursday night show with SD as we look forward to racing on Saturday, the 24th of January. Starts to pick up now. We've got Cheltenham Trials Day where there's a load of favourites. Doncaster, where most of SD's bets will be coming from this weekend. We've got a new sponsor, SD. It's called bookiesbonuses.com. You're on Sky Sports racing on Saturday morning. We've got the preview night on sale. It's all going off. You've tipped 2 winners out of 3 bets today. You look happy. How are you?
Very well. It just when the rain falls in January, I seem to be in better form, don't I? It's these anomalous ground conditions. That's what I put it down to. Yes, very much looking forward to being at Sky on Saturday morning, and then I shall be hot-footing it to Uttoxeter up the M1, as most people would in my situation.
Who would have thought it? SD from two plonkers sitting in the front rooms tipping horses. SD's made it all the way to the Sky Sports Racing studio on Saturday morning. What is it then? 9:30, is it?
9:30 till 11 o'clock, and I text the producer. I said, "How quick can I be in my car? Because I've got to get to Uttoxeter." That's
Yes.
yes. It is worth just pointing out, of course, we got this wonderful preview night at the Owls, and Margaret puts on a very good sort of venue for us at the Owls. Lovely woman, Margaret. You met her, didn't you?
Yep.
Restaurateur of the channel.
Yep. Yep.
And speaking of friends of the channel, there may be a small appearance from friend of the channel on Saturday morning. So, yes, that'll be interesting.
What has the world come to where we've got SD and friend of the channel on the telly? Right. We touched on Cheltenham earlier in the week, SD, where we thought that there was quite a few favourites, that some of which are odds on or close to. We thought they probably had great chances to win, and we didn't really want to tip for them or against them. I think that's your attitude going into the Saturday, but we're going to touch on it anyway at Cheltenham. There's only a couple of bets for you. Where do you want to start? Do you want to touch on the races that you're not betting in, or should we go straight into the 115 where you are having a bet?
Well,
I
we
mean, we've
might
got
as well go into the
Sagino.
one.
Yep.
We'll go
Go ahead.
into the 115, a sort of run in time order.
Yep.
Um,
So that's the this is the handicap chase, 2.5 miles, 11 in there. Jagwar, often boxers in these type of events, SD. Is it going to be his turn to get his head in front after a third over course and distance last time?
you would imagine so, wouldn't you? I thought he'd be nearer 6-4. I think you can. Is there some 15-8 in the village?
Yep.
I,
Yep.
I mean, I don't really like tipping at much less than that, but he's going to win, isn't he? He was given an absolute honker last time. Um, he, I personally think he's a Ryanair horse. It's just interesting, Connections pulled him out of the Paddy Park because it was too soft. I mean, the form book does not indicate that this horse is inconvenienced in any way by soft ground. So I was a little bit perplexed when they did that. Look, we always say, don't we, trainers aren't the greatest readers of the form book, and this may be a case in point. It's ostensibly weak. I mean, this booster Bob, bloody hell. You just can't get excited by it, can you? Do you remember it at Newbury last year when it was nearly getting lapped? And then
Oh
all of
yeah.
a sudden, Sean Bowen conjured absolute miracles out of nowhere, and it gold up. Javert Len, you don't know about the trip. Um, I backed Munderange last time. I put him up on here. I thought it was lackluster. Maybe the softer ground will suit, but I'm rather clutching at straws. The way you tend to approach these races is, can I take the jolly on? And I can't. I just think he'll win, and I wouldn't be surprised if he went the Ryanair route.
Well, that's a big talk for a horse that's about to run in a handicap on Cheltenham Trials Day.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
let's be fair here. It's big talk you're saying, but it's not that big a talk. I don't think, is it? I
oh
don't
no, I'm
think
not
it.
saying you're wrong, SD. I'm not saying you're wrong,
No,
but to
no,
go from
no. But what I'm saying is, people out there might think in a you know vacuum that maybe, oh, he's just a handicap. It's a very sort of old-fashioned way of thinking, I think. He's an official rated of 149. If he wins on Saturday, he'll be, well, will he be 155 at least, I would think. I mean, he should win this. He really should. I thought he'd be a bit shorter.
I think I know the answer, SD, but anything for the comment on the Grade 2 Juvenile Hurdle or the cross-country handicap chase that has been rearranged for Saturday?
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, in the Cotswold Chase and in the International Hurdle, there's only 4 runners respectively in each of those. But I do think that Cotswold's a bit interesting, SD. We've got Grey Dawning in their 8-13 favourite. Spilland's Tower was, going off 11-4 favourites for King George's, yesteryear. Long Press won this last year. Florian Porter, didn't he win the Stayers Hurdle twice? So not a bad quality or
no, it's
some
not.
bad names in there.
Long Press was certainly. What the hell did I just do to my head then? Long Press is certainly favoured by the weight. Was favoured by the weights when he won this last year. I'm not sold on Spilland's Tower getting 3-1.5 round here. I have to say, Florian Porter's been off. Joe Biden was still president when Florian Porter.
That's true.
That's right. Look, Grey Dawning didn't beat. I think subsequent events have shown it was a weak renewal of the Betfair, but
Yep.
he's a very, very good horse. He's a solid, 165 to 170 horse. And if he's any sort of thoughts of being a Gold Cup contender, he needs to win this. I think he probably will win it.
Yeah, he's just one of them horses, we allude to it often, that he might mop up races like the Betfair, Grade 2s like this, but when he gets to the business end of the season at Cheltenham and Aintree, as we saw at Aintree last April, he will probably fall a little bit short. But this looks for the taking for Grey Dawning. He obviously, regardless of the subsequent form, he looked visually very, very impressive at Haydock, didn't he, in November?
Yeah, he won well.
Yeah, sure did. Came there swinging. The International Hurdle then used to be run in November, this one, but they've got it here now.
The Beulah. Why do they call it the International? I mean,
I've got no idea.
Possible. Beulah was an absolutely great racehorse, right? So
yep.
Why are they calling it the International? What are they expecting? Some bloody Nepalese hurdler coming over?
No idea. No idea. 4 runners in here. We've got Sagino, the new Lion, as expected. Nemean Lion and Brentford Hope, the outsiders, also as expected earlier in the week. So Sagino shortened up even further than when we last spoke. He is now 1-2. Spoke to Harry Fowler today, apprentice of the channel, SD. He's convinced that this new Lion wants further than the 2 miles, 1 furlong on offer here, or the 2 miles in the Champion Hurdle.
Well, yes. I mean, Harry is the absolute architect of stating the bleeding obvious. Yes, is the answer. I am not convinced this horse would have won last time at Newcastle, by the way. I think you could probably argue that he would have finished somewhere near Nemean Lion. Now, that's a fair way off the requisite standard here. I think
New Lion at Newcastle ran like an absolute fool for most of the race. He was either jumping in the wrong direction, obviously fell late on. Didn't he try and bite? Did he try and bite another horse? Have I got that wrong? All right.
I don't recall that.
He just ran like an absolute plonker from start to finish and doing numerous things wrong throughout.
Yeah. So, look, I think Sagino will win. Personally.
Anzadam, sorry, was the horse that was trying to take a bite out of others. Same race, wrong horse.
So, look, Nemean Lion, go back to Newcastle.
Yep.
Nemean Lion it was 4th at Windsor last week. That probably wasn't the most convincing of performances, but there's certainly a case, isn't there? That I couldn't believe it. I could see Nemean Lion possibly making the run in here, which would be interesting. because he needs. I think we know he needs further, as does the new Lion. I think Nemean Lion is far too big in the. I was just flashing up before trying to bet without, and I think on a hill 72 without. If you can get on with Stoke, I think Nemean Lion to finish in the first two at 6-1 is ridiculously big. I think
Yes,
you're backing against a horse who needs further, as Nemean Lion does, and he's coming off the back of a fall. I just thought 6-1 to finish in the first two was good. Was good.
is also 6-1 in the without market, SD. Same price, different market. 6-1 top two with Stoke. That's advised on
Yeah,
screen. He's also 6-1 without Sergino with
it
Hills,
worked.
as you mentioned. Hills. I can see it in front of my eyes.
Well, I wouldn't put you off that either. I'd
Yep.
rather put top two on because theoretically, and I don't think this will happen. Let's say Sergino bombs
Mm.
and the new Lion wins, and the mean Lion's second.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
But I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I look that would be a bet as well. I don't want to be staking 2 points in a race like this, but
Yeah.
that would be the bet. I just think it's a bit big. I think there's enough in terms of doubts about the new Lion to play Nemean Lion. May the
Yeah.
best Lion win. May they be the Lion King.
Yeah, it's just like I say, it's just the he just ran like a bit of a plonker, and so did Amsterdam, to be fair. But yeah, they
Yeah,
both ran like plonks.
I wouldn't be surprised if Amsterdam ran quite well in the Champion Hurdle actually, but
Yeah. Right, the other big race at Cheltenham on Saturday is the Cleave Hurdle for the stayers, 3 miles. As we saw earlier in the week, Imposed Twat is your 6-5 favourite. Familiar names in there like Strong Leader, Gal Road, etc. Is it disappointing, SD? This is, I have to say this every week, don't I? The 3 big races at Cheltenham Saturday, 4, 4, and 6 runners
yeah,
on Friday.
I think it is. I think
It's
there's
probably
clear.
the difference between you going there and you not going there, SD. Is it not?
Yes, I'll go to you tops.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I can't be
Um,
bothered. I mean, look, I suspect Imposed Twat will win. I'm just telling people what they already know, though.
yeah,
That Imposed Twat is a horse on the up. I don't know. It's not impossible. Marchand too could run well, but you know, Imposed Twat is worthy of his fairly short odds. So no bet, I'm afraid.
yeah. Marchantu's already won twice at Cheltenham this season in
Yeah,
handicap,
no,
15,
I think
£15 higher now.
that's a plus point, isn't it?
Yep. Right. Are we going off to Doncaster then,
Yeah,
SD? We're
let's go to
looking.
sunny Donny, but I hope it's not too sunny. Then they don't admit everything.
We're looking at the 12.55. This is, oh, you like this one? This is the River Don Novices Hurdle. Staying trips required. There won't be
Yeah, you're
many in this
right.
field that have ran over 3 miles and a half furlong in their careers so far.
Oh, Callan Rig House caught you in a
Not many.
trance house.
Not many. I mean, there's
Well,
plenty of runners.
no. You've got to, yeah, you've got to stay. You've got to stay. This, they come up that straight at Doncaster. It'll be legs of jelly. And Northern Judge, who I do rather respect, did say something along those lines. It's poured down in Yorkshire the last two. It's not poured down, but it's been fairly steady rain. Now the forecast a dry couple of days. It'll be like glue. It'll be horrible
Yeah.
ground.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to stay. Look, this skeleton horse is only favourite because it's high clearance skeleton. He's going to concede £5.
Carlum Rig.
He shouldn't be beating the Sam Thomas horse, really. For all that, Dylan Johnston is no longer claiming. Sam Thomas horse's rocking man hasn't been seen out in ages. So I was inclined to take the two of them on. I just think Kicour La or LA. I don't know that connections want to call it. Look, he's won 2 Mickey Mouse races at Leicester, but he certainly, you could tell by the way he's won them that he's got a bit of class, and he looks a grinder. I'm trying to think of a better word than that, given the now connotations with that. He looks like a horse who just sort of just keeps on and on and on and on. And
Would you go
he
for
won his,
Plodder, SD? Plodder?
I think Plodder's probably harsh because
Yeah.
he's obviously also of ability, and he ran a bit like that in his point as well, where that was on bottomless ground, and he kept on. So I think when some of these are crying enough, this horse will keep on. He's very unexposed. It's a bit of a shot in the dark, but I'd rather back him than the high clear horse where he's got to concede £5. For all he'll probably stay, that Callan Rick.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, that's the 12.55 dealt with. Then the next race there at Doncaster is this Yorkshire Rose Mares Hurdle. There's plenty of these Mares Hurdles about recently. Grade 2, this. I mean, grade 2. Brilliant.
You're
right,
pushing
there's
it,
8.
aren't you?
Yes, yeah, I think so. There's 8 runners in there, SD. Feet of a Dancer has been pretty consistent this year in and around the winners' enclosure regularly. Jetara is in there, carries top weight for whatever penalties are involved. So, yeah, what was you thinking on this one?
Well, she won it last year, Jetara.
Yep.
I'll mitigate it slightly in that Jetara, look, was long odds last time, but she probably, I expected her to run a little bit better in Ireland, but
Yeah.
she won this last year, and she's a very likable mare, isn't she? You know, she ran in a race at Navan on first start. I thought that was absolutely fine, and she might just have a slight class edge here. We know that she'll stay, and we know that she's probably slightly better than some of these. So I thought at around 3-1, that was fair.
Yeah, I think that is a pretty straightforward race, and you have described it as such. Earlier in the week, SD, you had a bet in this Great Yorkshire Chase anti-post. It was a bit of a late decision on the prices that were available at the time, and that's why there was a small stake, and that small stake was anti-post, as shown there on screen, was there for Kelce in the Great Yorkshire Chase. Was 16-1 at the time. Have you changed your mind? There's 10 in there now. Are you double dipping, or are you sticking with Kelce?
I think we could top up again. I think the case is that you cast your minds back to one of the great nationals of 2024,
Many of
the
them.
Lincolnshire National, where
Yes.
O'Connell won. O'Connell is now £23 higher, just headed Kelce at the last. Kelce unshipped. Kelce's only £8 higher, so there's a bit of upside from a handicapping point of view. Pretty unexpected. I put him up last time at Aintree, and they missed the fences out, which wouldn't necessarily suit a stay like this. And he stays a little bit further. I think this will be a well-run affair. You've got Doc Pitney in there, who did us a favour back in December. Doc Pitney, for me, is slightly better on better ground. So I just thought Kelce off bottom weight should go well. Grand Jest is favourite. We don't know how good Grand Jest will be. I'm not sure it was a great Tommy Whittle. He won. I thought Deep Cave won a deeper race at Ascot. Only gone up a couple of pounds for the very likeable Christian Williams. And I would prefer Deep Cave over Grand Jest.
Yep. So for those that watched on Monday's anti-post show, SD put up Kelce a smallish stake each way. He's now going for the same stake again on the day of race market, topping up. It's the same price. So that equals a total, SD, of 0.75 points each way in total. Some of it anti-post.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be.
I like it.
Yeah. I think he's a 10-1 shot. 8, 10 to 1. I think he's overpriced.
And the last 2 Saturdays that have passed us by on the Thursday show have resulted in 25-1 winners
Now, when
for
people
SD.
watch this, do you know what they do in the YouTube comments?
They say
They
that
hurriedly check what we put up on Odds Checker and check that the prices are there because they're great custodians of the tipping game. So,
well, I'm telling you
yes,
now,
I think
SD.
you could.
You're the tipster around here, and I do the admin, and I could not get it on YouTube any quicker than when we
Well,
finished
this
this.
is our problem, isn't
I
it?
check the
So,
price. I check the prices literally 1 minute, probably less, before we come on. I press record and then I get it up. What else do we need to say? Any bingo we haven't touched on them? Hexer,
no,
friend of the channel, got a mention earlier. Where are you this weekend? We know you're recording, then you Togster. Sedgefield Sunday, is it, SD?
correct. I don't think character testing is going to run at Sedgefield.
Ah, why not?
Mark Walford, if you're listening, and Craig, that horse will win a
Fakenham.
race at Fakenham.
Yes, there we go. Owner
They
of the
do a
channel.
lovely. They
Syndicate of
do
the
a
channel.
lovely. There's a cake stall at Fakenham, and it's absolutely divine, you know.
Yes. Right. Any other business, SD, before we call it a day?
Obviously get your tickets for the
Yes.
preview night where you will see us all. I think we sold 31 yesterday,
Yes.
which was some doing. The room has a capacity of 80, so
Yes.
get them in quick because 37% of the tickets went yesterday. Friend of the channel, I went for an Indian with him last night. He had a fish curry, which was rather interesting. He said it was spicier than he thought it'd be, and he had to go to the bathroom because his nose was running. Poor man. Anyway, he is at. I don't know if he's at Doncaster tomorrow. He's definitely at Doncaster Saturday, and of course, you know where the value will be on Sunday with friend of the channel. Which will be good, and he is also making he's not a cameo appearance. He will. They're gonna do something with him on Sky as well. While I'm in the studio, friend of the channel will be on his way to Doncaster and will be saying, "I'm gonna lay this, I'm gonna lay that," and I've had a terrible time at Haydock.
Yep. Good. Okay. Well, plenty covered there.
Just a few other things. Bit naughty this. I am at 2 other Cheltenham Festival preview nights. If you're not in the
Oh, I
northwest,
should mute you. I should mute you right now. We're not.
I know it's
Advertising.
naughty this. There's one at Hexham, Britain's most scenic racecourse. I
Yeah.
think they
I've
race
asked them
at
if they
Catton.
wanted a host, but they said no. I mean, SD is obviously much better than me.
Yes, well, they've got Gordon Brown.
Oh yeah, I like Gordon.
Everyone likes Gordon
I'll let him have
Brown.
it.
The king of Scottish racing. So that is on the same day as Catterick race. So you can guess what I'm going to do.
Yep.
And then I'm at one the day before the Ida in Portsmouth, which will be quite a raucous affair with Daryl Carter. We like Daryl and Matt Chapman.
Yeah. So you're absolutely all over. But we are
All over the
yeah.
shop, all over it. And of course, next week, it's the Edinburgh National.
And it's also the DRF SD, which people might be interested in.
Well, I'm going, but
I didn't know whether you'd announced that. I didn't know whether
my heart will be in Musselburgh.
As it should be. Right, we'll call it a day. All the selections and bets will be in the description as usual. SD will be back tomorrow with the daily tips around 8 a.m. And on Saturday, here's the announcement, the daily tips will be published around 11 a.m. in the morning. So it will be a bit later on Saturday.
I wonder why that is.
Note, yes, other SD has other priorities on Saturday morning. But I'm sure we'll be back the next Saturday. Right, thanks for listening. See you, bye.